For $200, you can buy the cordless drill that professional contractors swear by. The red one everybody points to when they want to sound like they know tools, and in an independent back-to-back test, it lost. It lost to a drill that costs less, from a brand those same pros love to look down on. And the torque number stamped on the box, the number most people buy on, turned out to have almost nothing to do with which drill actually won. 3 flagship drills sit on the same shelf at your local hardware store right now: Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Makita. Every one of them is sold as the toughest, the most powerful, the one built to last a lifetime. Only one of them is the drill Americans actually trust more than any other, and it is not the one you think it is. This video tells you which drill actually lasts, and the answer is going to annoy a lot of people. Here is the problem with buying a cordless drill in 2026. Every brand has a torque number, and every brand measures its torque number a little differently, so comparing them is like comparing 2 cars where each company gets to invent its own definition of horsepower. Milwaukee lists 1,400 inch-pounds. Makita lists 1,250. DeWalt lists a number that, on the box, reads over 2,000, and that number comes wrapped in so much fine print it is nearly meaningless. So the spec sheet, the thing most people use to decide, is the least trustworthy part of the entire purchase. What actually matters is what happens when you drive that drill through a 2x4 10,000 times, drop it off a ladder onto concrete, leave it out in the rain, and come back a year later to see if the battery still holds a charge. That is durability. And durability does not show up on the box. These 3 brands are the 3 most serious cordless platforms in America. And once you buy into one of them, you are financially married to it, because the batteries do not cross over. A $150 drill quietly becomes a $600 commitment the moment you start adding tools to the same battery. So this decision matters more than almost any tool decision you will ever make. And the brand most people assume is the durability king, the one with the biggest number and the loudest fan base, is about to get taken apart. If nobody has ever walked you through this in the tool aisle, subscribe, because that is exactly what this channel does. Let's start with the brand that earned its reputation, because Milwaukee did earn it. Milwaukee Tool started in 1924 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the origin story is almost too perfect. The very first tool traces back to a lightweight power drill built for Henry Ford's assembly line. A drill light enough to hold in one hand back, when everything else on the market weighed as much as a small anvil. That DNA, make it lighter, make it tougher, make the pros reach for it first, never left. Today the flagship is the M18 Fuel hammer drill, and on paper it is a monster. 1,400 inch-pounds of torque, one of the highest figures you will find on any drill this compact. The most compact body in its class, barely under 7 inches nose to tail. A 5-year warranty, which is longer than anyone else on this list offers. Walk onto any job site in America. A framing crew, an electrical crew, a plumbing crew. Count the red tools. Milwaukee is everywhere. Among tradespeople, it is the default. The safe answer, the brand you buy to signal that you are serious. And the M18 battery system behind it is genuinely excellent, with electronics that protect the tool under exactly the kind of abuse that kills lesser drills. So far, this sounds like a coronation. Milwaukee has the torque. Milwaukee has the pros. Milwaukee has the warranty. If you stop this video right here, you would walk into the store, buy the red one, and feel smart doing it. But here is the first crack in the story. Milwaukee is not American-owned. It has not been for 2 decades. In 2005, the brand was sold to a Hong Kong-based conglomerate called Tektronix Industries for over $626 million, the same parent company that owns Ryobi, and that flagship M18 Fuel drill, the one with Milwaukee, Wisconsin stamped all over the marketing? Flip it over. The country of origin printed on the tool is Vietnam. Now, to be fair, Milwaukee has poured real money back into American soil. Over the past decade, the company has invested more than $1 billion into new plants in Mississippi and Wisconsin and grown its American workforce past 10,000 people. But almost none of that touches this drill. The tape measures, the hand tools, the accessories, those get built here. The flagship cordless drill, the one this entire comparison is about, is assembled overseas. None of that makes it a bad drill, but it should make you pause. Because the story Milwaukee sells and the object in your hand are not the same thing, and it gets more complicated the second you stop reading the box and start reading the test results. In 2024, DeWalt launched a brand new flagship hammer drill, and the tool testing site Pro Tool Reviews put it head-to-head against Milwaukee's M18 Fuel. Same tests, same conditions, back-to-back, and DeWalt won. Not by a landslide, but it won. Across their battery of drilling tests, Milwaukee finished, on average, about 19/100ths of a second behind. And in the concrete test, driving a bit through hard concrete, DeWalt pulled clearly ahead because its hammer mechanism delivers more blows per minute. The drill everyone treats as the torque king lost the actual work. Let that sink in because it is the whole point of this video. Milwaukee's 1,400 inch-pounds is real, but it did not translate into winning the job. DeWalt was faster, more feature-loaded, with a smarter 3-position light and an anti-kickback system that shuts the tool down before it can snap your wrist. Now, one test is one test, but then the trust data lands, and it tells the exact same story. Every year, a research firm surveys tens of thousands of Americans to find the most trusted power tool brand in the country. In 2026, based on more than 14,000 consumer opinions, the winner was DeWalt, with the highest trust score of any brand on the board, and that was the 5th year in a row DeWalt took the top spot. And Milwaukee, the brand the pros worship, the brand with the biggest fan base online, 4th. Behind DeWalt, behind Craftsman, behind Bosch. The most owned, most trusted drill in America, judged by the people who actually buy them, is the yellow one, not the red one. And DeWalt did not just win on speed. It is the only one of these 3 flagships that publishes a formal weatherproofing rating, an IP54 seal, which means it is built to shrug off dust and water splashing from any direction. Milwaukee advertises that its drill resists drops and moisture, but it will not put a number on it. DeWalt does in writing. On top of that, DeWalt is almost always the cheapest of the 3 as a kit, which means the drill that won the test is also the one that costs you the least to buy into. Better result, lower price. That combination is exactly why it has sat at the top of the trust rankings 5 years running. Here is where it gets worse for Milwaukee. Remember that excellent battery system? In the last couple of years, cracks have started showing. Users report packs dying early, packs that will not fully charge, packs overheating under heavy load. Now, none of this is a recall, and Milwaukee's warranty does cover the failures, so let's be fair. But when Milwaukee rolled out its newest high-capacity battery, built on a pouch cell design, the company quietly signaled it was reversing course, going back to the older cylindrical cell for its biggest pack. When the brand that built its whole identity on batteries walks back its own newest battery, that is worth noticing. And the sales numbers underneath all of this are brutal for the Milwaukee mythology. In the most recent market data, DeWalt and Ryobi are tied for the most drills sold in America. DeWalt alone takes more than a quarter of every dollar spent in the category. Milwaukee, for all the noise online, sells about 13% of the units. It commands a premium, its buyers spend more per tool, but it is nowhere near the top of the sales chart. The brand that feels dominant on the internet is a niche premium player at the register, so if DeWalt wins the head-to-head, wins the trust survey, and wins the sales floor, this video should be over. DeWalt, buy the yellow one, done. Except there is a 3rd drill on this shelf, and it quietly does something neither of the other 2 can. And once you see it, the whole comparison changes one more time. The 3rd drill is Makita, and Makita is the oldest company in this fight by a wide margin. It started in 1915 in Nagoya, Japan, as an electric motor repair shop, and in 1969, it built the world's first rechargeable power tool, decades before cordless was normal. That is not a company chasing a trend. That is the company that invented the category everyone else is now fighting over. Makita's flagship 18-volt drill does not win the torque war. It lists 1,250 inch-pounds, the lowest of the 3. It does not win the trust survey, and it does not win on price, because Makita is usually the most expensive drill of the 3. So why is it here? Because Makita wins the one thing that neither a spec sheet nor a race through a 2x4 will ever show you: precision. Ask a Finnish carpenter, a cabinet maker, anyone who drills into expensive material where a single wobble ruins the whole piece, And they reach for Makita. The chuck runs truer. The wobble at the tip is smaller. The power comes on smooth instead of violent. Makita is the scalpel in a drawer full of hammers, and here is the fact almost nobody knows. That Japanese company has been building tools on American soil since 1985 in a plant in Beaufort, Georgia. Longer than Milwaukee's flagship has been made in Vietnam. The brand people assume is the foreign import has a deeper American manufacturing history than the brand wrapped in red, white, and blue marketing. That is the loop closing. Go back to the beginning. The drill with the biggest number lost the race. The brand the pros worship finished fourth in trust and sells a fraction of what DeWalt moves. The so-called foreign brand builds in Georgia. Almost everything the tool aisle trains you to believe is backwards. But whichever one you pick, understand what you are really choosing. You are not buying a drill. You are buying a battery you will still be married to in 10 years, because none of these three will ever work with another brand's packs. Pick the platform, not the drill. And one last detail almost nobody reads. Makita's 3-year warranty is completely void the second you put a cheaper, off-brand battery on the tool. And every one of these companies is quietly counting on the fact that you will never read that clause. The cheap drill is the bait. The battery is the hook. That is the actual business. So here is the honest answer, the one nobody at the store will give you. If you want raw torque in the most compact body, and you want a 5-year warranty, buy Milwaukee, and buy it knowing you are paying a premium for a name. If you want the drill that actually won the head-to-head, with real weatherproofing, at the best price, from the brand America trusts most, buy DeWalt. And if you drill into things where precision matters more than brute force, and you want the smoothest, truest tool of the three, buy Makita. 3 flagships, 3 honest answers, and not one of them is decided by the number printed on the box. So the next time somebody tells you the red one is the best drill, or the yellow one, or that the biggest torque number wins, you will know the truth is quieter and more interesting than that. The best drill is the one that matches the work you actually do, bought into a battery system you can live with for a decade. Everything else is marketing, fine print, and a number on a box designed to make the choice for you. Don't let it. If this changed how you look at the tool aisle, hit subscribe, because breaking down the stuff nobody tells you before you spend the money is exactly what this channel does, and drop the brand you run in the comments. Let's see who's right.